Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. Looking like a beautiful day, beautiful weekend. Up to 74 or so today. Sunshine, gorgeous. 75 to 80 Saturday and Sunday. Next week looks really nice. Mid-70s all week, and kind of like another week of summer, which officially it still is. And
It is.
yeah, looking pretty good. Although I did wake up, got a little stuffiness going on this
I
morning.
had a little stuffiness too.
Yeah. What is Is it the change of weather a little bit?
I don't know. I'm thinking, wait a minute, what's going on here? I woke up
I
in the
know.
middle of the night. I was like, I can't breathe here. I'm a little stuffy.
I actually slept through the night last night. How about that?
That's a wonderful thing. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, like first time in weeks, I think. But I feel, a little stuffy. And I notice, by the way, that what I'm about to tell you has been going on for probably decades with me. And I wonder if, now that I'm thinking about it, do I need to see a doctor? So I'm drinking coffee with half and half, as I do every morning. And I find that any dairy, half and half, butter, mayonnaise, and cheese, anytime I have any dairy in my food, I get stuffy.
That's interesting because last night we had a frozen pizza. We were just not feeling like cooking and whatever. And yeah, then I'm a little stuffy. I wonder if I suffer from that same thing because I've been avoiding cheese. I really haven't eaten it. And yeah, the last 2 days I've had a little cheese. Interesting,
Yeah,
Dr. Fathead.
there's got to be something there with dairy and getting stuffed up. I don't know, but that's my deal. And I always find myself getting. I mean, I know these days with allergies and everything, everybody is stuffy on and off all the time. But I find myself usually around this change of season, as we get towards the beginning of fall, I always get a little of that going on for whatever reason. Yeah.
Well, let's hope that's all it is and you're healthy.
Yeah, I feel
Don't you have
pretty
tennis to watch? You can't get sick now.
good. Cande, it's brutal out there. It's a fight on that tennis court. I gotta tell you. So. Leah played and her team, obviously, another match yesterday. They played Half Hollow Hills West. And I don't know if anyone on our team, singles or doubles, won a match. I had to leave after Leah's match and go to Elijah's open house at the elementary school.
Oh, you did have a busy night.
But I did watch Leah's match. She played great. It's funny, in tennis, she lost. She definitely played a player that was better than her, and she lost the match, but she played so well. And it's one of those things. It's like, she's like, man, I'm just a couple of points away, couple of points here and there of winning a match, of getting in there. And she's learning a lot of life lessons this season, Cande,
I see that. I know. Well, listen, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
That makes character. That builds character.
That's it. She loves the challenge. We talk about that. Me and my buddy from tennis. We're a couple of tennis dads. We talk about the grind that these girls go through.
Yes. And I know it's not comparable, but Casey was a wrestler since he was 6 years old, and so there were a lot of losses, a lot of wins. But yeah, it's tough. You've got to take it and learn how to lose properly.
Well, it's very comparable for this reason. Any solo sport, and by the way, I'm not downplaying team sports. Nobody loves team sports more than me, but when you play a solo sport, you have to get through losses mentally on your own. There is no, sure, she's got tennis teammates. Golfers have friends on the team. Wrestlers have teammates on their team. But when you're out there on the mat or on the court, it's you. That's it, Cande.
That's
it's you.
it.
And you got to fight through it. You got to mentally get through it.
It definitely builds character and discipline. So doing good things either way.
Well, Dana's eyes were open to that. The other day, we're watching the U.S. Open last week, and they, pan over to the crowd to the player's box, right? And I forget who it was, and they show the mental coach. They said, there's the trainer, there's the husband, and the woman on the right is the mental coach. And she's like, "What do you mean mental coach?" And I tried to explain to her. I said, basically every high-end tennis player, I'm not talking about high school kids, I'm talking about professionals, said every high-end tennis player has a mental coach that travels with them
Wow.
around the world. Yeah. It's a battle, but she's learning a lot of good lessons, Candy, so it's all good. Yeah.
It is all good.
Yeah.
She's not crying. That's what counts.
No, no, she's loving it. She's loving every minute of it, and she knows how to switch gears because then I come home from the open house for Elijah, and I go upstairs. I sent Leah some videos of the match that she wanted to see, and I go into her room, and she's got her laptop and all these notebooks out, and she's studying for 3 quizzes she has today, Candy. So
Oh,
she
wow.
knows how to switch gears pretty well.
Yes. What a girl. What a girl. What an awesome girl.
Gotta do what you gotta do. That's the deal. How was your night last night, Candy?
It was pretty uneventful. Really nothing.
All right, have a great weekend, everybody.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Nothing
Yeah,
going on. Of course,
nothing.
Evan's going to be 29 tomorrow. How was your? Well, you were busy back. How was back to school?
This back to school last week was fine. It was great.
I
Nope.
thought you went to Elijah's last night.
Oh, you talk about the open house. Okay.
I
Um,
I always say back to school night.
I I thought you were giving me a general question about kids going back to school.
I'm sorry.
It was good. Got to meet his teacher. He's the big dog in the school now. He's fifth grade. So,
Oh,
yeah, he's the oldest. And having a great time, loving his class, loves his teacher. His classroom is fantastic, and got to write him a little note in his notebook last night.
isn't that fun? I remember those days.
I love that. Every parent knows the kid writes you a note, and then you write them a note
Yes.
back.
Ah,
So I went in his desk. I got all his colored pencils and markers, and I wrote him a nice note back to him. And yeah, it was good. It's all good. I can't
yeah.
complain. So uh, we're excited about a good school year here for everybody. And yeah,
Absolutely.
that's it. I'll tell you what I did do yesterday. Forget exactly when. Right before I picked up the kids, I think I watched another episode. I gotta stress this to you. I watched another episode of the documentary Wrestlers on Netflix, and I kept thinking to myself, this is not just for guys who love wrestling. This is a really good, behind the scenes, gritty, kind of in your face documentary of small town America in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Kentucky or wherever this is taking place, small town America, and people who just love their profession, who are basically working for no money, and it's really interesting. They do great character development on this documentary, Candy.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy it. I really do.
Really? Because I'm
Yeah.
not into that kind of wrestling. I'm not into
Ye-
wrestling at all. But
They do a lot of behind the scenes, like they show stuff in the ring, but it's all about the business and their personal lives, and and I'll tell you this: if it's not for Candy, any sports fan, any guy who's been into wrestling, girl who loves sports, anything like that, this is a great, gritty, real life behind the scenes documentary of a small wrestling organization in the Midwest. It's really cool. Yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I like it. Candy, we are going to have a special song as always at 7:30. Less than an hour to your next Bald and the Beautiful entertainment comes up about 8:12. Got a bunch of articles for you. The top searched songs in the last 5 years based on lyrics. I'll explain that in a little while. A crazy TikTok I don't even know how to describe it. Women are asking their men a certain question and getting a remarkable answer on TikTok. And I think I have the
Oh,
answer. I will explain it to you.
all
Uh,
right.
coming up at 7:47. Plus a bunch more stuff. We got great weather. Get up to about 73 or so today. Sunshine. The weekend looks great. Next week looking really good in the 70s. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.